to another edition of the Platoon Baseball Podcast. Joined by my lovely co-host, Jesse Paul, and one of UND's finest aircraftmen,
I don't know about that.
Alexander Strouse. Thanks for joining us, buddy.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here finally. I've kind of skipped out a few times and missed out. Thankfully, it all came together to.
Second time they've heard his voice, though.
True.
Yeah, it is true. Yeah, yeah, I did call in.
You know, Jesse and I are kind of getting masterful at this. We just bring people on so we don't have to do as much work. I
Cuts the
mean, this is
workload in half.
this is episode 14, and I think you're our fourth or fifth guest. So like we're killing this thing.
At least fifth.
Nice.
Yeah,
Well, I'm just
so
happy to be in consideration.
of
Not
course.
every
Who
chance you get
else?
to come on a big time podcast like this.
You know, for those ball knowers out there, Straussy and I won Pitcher of the Week and Player of the Week in the what was our region called? Were we Midwest? Northern
I thought,
Plains?
I thought you and me won it across the entire division, like all of
Yeah.
D2, didn't we?
Oh, was it all D2? Go us.
Yeah, I think so.
Go us. So, talking to some legends here, Jesse. Put some respect on our name.
Yeah, you're now in the same group as Nick Allen, as far as podcast guests go. So
Yeah,
It's not a bad group to be in.
that Nick Allen's our guy. But
did you order the jersey yet?
no, I haven't. That's actually a great reminder.
We need
Now
to do
that
it
we
before
officially have
opening
his
day.
number.
Opening day Nick Allen jersey is gonna go so hard.
I might have to, if I can get my hands on it before the World Baseball Classic, it may make an appearance.
That'd be fire.
So we'll see. But to start us off, we're gonna flip it around here. I'm gonna host over under so Jesse can play. So
Yeah.
Strauss, have you listened to over under yet?
Yeah, you may have to jog my memory, but I have
So
listened.
basically, here I'll just tell you about this game that we're playing today. So the topic is career grand slams.
Oh Jesus.
Oh,
The line, 8.
Holy.
We're,
that's a
we're
lot.
doing 8.
That's a
That
lot.
is a lot of grand slams. But as a two-time winner myself, leading winning percentage on the pod. Actually, no, Brady has the leading winning percentage. He's 1,000.
Yeah. You've got the most wins, but he's 1 for 1.
I'm a vet. He's a rookie who's got hot. I don't, yeah. But it's career grand slams. The number I'm giving you guys is 8 for over under. So let's get right into
So
it.
many.
Let's start with Strauss on this one, and then we'll alternate back and forth. Alex Rodriguez.
Yikes. I want to say under.
Okay. Jess?
Is this just regular season?
A great question.
To my
I've
knowledge,
stumped the
yes.
host. Now you know how hard it is to run this thing.
Yeah, that's something I didn't take into consideration. I'm
Well,
gonna go with a maybe.
that might change my answer. So I'm gonna also say maybe over, maybe under. No,
Okay.
I'll say over.
Okay. Jesse, to you, it'll be Joe Mauer.
Under.
Strauss?
Yeah, I'm rolling with under on that as well.
Okay. Frank Thomas.
Over. Oh, it's not
Over.
me, but we're both saying
Well,
over.
That's fine.
anyways.
Yeah.
That's fine. Jose Bautista.
Oh,
Can't get this one wrong. Wearing a Blue Jays hat.
And it's you're leading off too.
Man, he was on a stacked team for like 1 year, but I'm trying to think of like teams too, because there's obviously you got to get the bases loaded. He wasn't on that many good teams, so I'm gonna say under.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with over on that one. For some
Okay.
reason, I feel like that's a sneaky one.
He's Jose had some big homers, man. Big
So,
time homers.
Most iconic home run of all time.
You
Of all
think?
time? Of
One of
all
them.
time.
Of all time?
Of
How about
all
of all
time.
time?
I'll give him bat flip.
The bat flip was gnarly. Yeah, not like the moment or anything, but just like That's what I think of as at least as a Blue Jays fan. That's
That's
obviously
fair.
biased, but
That's
Touch them
fair.
all, Joe.
that's
Yeah.
yeah, that's like the best call of all time, no doubt.
I think that's it. Probably more iconic. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, let's
yeah.
wrap up here. Strauss, you're leading off. Lance Berkman.
Over.
It's absolutely an over. You wouldn't have included him if it was under. You wouldn't
All right, you
tarnish
guys
his name
ready?
like that.
Y'all ready?
Yeah. I think I did
Al
poorly.
Alex Rodriguez. Strauss said under. Jesse said over. A-Rod had 25 career Grand Slams,
Is that is
the
that
most all time.
is that in regular season or I'm
You
gonna
can
look it up.
verify that if you'd like. Yeah, go for it.
What if he only had like 7 in the regular season?
That would be something. I
That'd
would
be
feel
me. That'd be
bad.
stupid, but
That I would feel bad.
Well, I was
We'll wait
thinking
for
like
you.
if he had
Well,
career or if it was
bless you.
thank you.
25, he is the all-time leader.
He is the all-time leader. I had to throw him in there because it's just such an absurd number.
He's also tied for the most walk-off Grand Slams, which is 3.
Yeah.
It's
So,
just his
A-Rod.
career, so I'm assuming that is both regular season and postseason.
Sure. Yeah. All right. So Jesse got that one right. Joe Mauer. Strauss said under. Jesse said under. You were both correct. He had 5 career Grand Slams.
Yeah, he never really had the power in that bad.
No, he didn't, but
He's also
man,
on trash
He'd get you a
teams.
what an
single
athlete.
anytime you wanted, but
Elite
I
defender as
mean,
well.
trash teams, but they were the best some of the better Twins teams we've ever seen.
Yeah, just a poverty franchise. I'm just kidding. But
Yeah.
it's
Your Twins friends are gonna hate you.
that's okay. He there was some okay Twins years, but he was obviously headlining those.
Yeah. Frank Thomas. You both said over. You were both correct.
How many?
11.
Okay, so not that many over.
Yeah. Jose Bautista. We had an over from Strauss and an under from Jesse. Jesse was correct. It was under
Let me
6.
go 5 for 5.
6, yeah.
Give me one more right.
You are 4 for 4 so far.
Yes, sir.
So at
Wait,
this point,
wait,
you
how many
have
did he have?
won
He had 7?
6.
I'm saying 7.
Mine says 6.
So maybe you just do have regular season. And I'm looking up total. He probably had 1 postseason.
Huh. 6 career Grand Slams.
Either way, it's under, but
Okay. Well, this segment is going out the window by
no, that's
my.
okay.
I got to get specific next time. This is why Jesse hosts. All right. And then Lance Berkman. Both said over. Jesse said I wouldn't have put him on if he wasn't over. He's
What?
under.
Oh, no way.
He's
Wow.
under 6 as well. So, Jesse, you
Like
did win. You went 4 for 5. Strauss 2 for 5.
That was
No.
kind of random though. Like they were all
2 for
guesses.
5. That's a Hall of Famer batting average right there.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
in the Hall of
he's
Fame
the
with that
OBP guy. I should have remembered that he wasn't popping grand slams like that, but
one. Played on some good Astro teams though, so you never know. But well, that was over under. Hopefully it was hopefully you got a little nice break and got to enjoy playing in it, Jess.
yeah, it was I got a question.
Yeah.
Will Nolan Arenado get to 8? He's at 6. I'm looking at active players.
Is he the highest active?
No, there's active players with more.
Oh,
With significantly more.
I don't I don't
I'm gonna put a timestamp on it, Jess. I think Nolan Arenado gets. You said he's at 7 right now.
Yeah. No, 6. Sorry, he
He
needs 2 more.
he's
Couldn't
gonna
reach
get to
it.
8 by July 31st of 2026.
You want to guess who has the
bold.
most active? He's
Ooh.
got 14.
Strauss, you want to take a stab first?
I mean, it's so random. It's not random, but not who I would have guessed.
So is it random or is it not random?
I mean, like, yeah, I would have thought like maybe Stanton, who's second.
Huh.
Oh,
So they have 3 more grand slams than Stanton.
I feel like
Damn.
Grand Slams are always such weird players who are hitting them. I mean, it's never
He's not-
usually the usual suspects.
I'm gonna go Manny Machado.
Yeah, that's right.
Look at
Oh, is
you.
it?
Yeah, Javi Baez is third, along with Cody Bellinger and Castellanos and Judge and Schwarber and Springer. They all have 9.
I wanted to throw an Altuve guess out there, but he has let
I
off
got
too much in
close.
his career.
I
Altuve's at
got close.
7.
Yeah, I got
Yeah,
really close to saying out too.
Altuve's
yeah.
at 7, tied with Mookie Betts, Sander Bogarts, and Alex Bregman. Freddie
Let's
Freeman,
go.
Paul Goldschmidt, they're all at 7. So there's a lot of active guys close to that mark too.
Yeah, that was a good line, I guess.
Yeah, I like it.
All right, let's hop into the news.
Yeah. More recent news in the last like few days, but the other stuff not as interesting. Um, so in the hot corner today, we have Jacob Wilson signs a 7-year, $70 million contract with the Athletics. What a steal for the
Yeah.
A's.
Yeah, it's a good deal for him. It's a good deal for the A's. Basically, they're gonna avoid arbitration with this deal. He's gonna play maybe a year or two after when his service time would be up, where he'd normally be a free agent. So it just works out for him either way. He's gonna get paid over these next 7 years and still have be in that part of his career where he can go get a bigger contract if it's in Sacramento or sorry, Las Vegas at that point or somewhere else. So great deal for both sides, if you ask me.
Yeah. Not sure how much longer he'll be in Athletic, but he'll be with this franchise in Las Vegas.
True.
I
That's a
was
good
about to
point.
ask, do you know if in the contract there was an opt-out in there at any
Yeah,
point?
it had an 8th year club option. No
Okay, so
opt-outs though.
no opt-out. Okay. I was about to say he probably, I mean, continues his climb. He's probably gonna be owed more money than that down the road.
Yes,
So,
Yep.
for sure. But I think that athletics is a good place to develop just because I mean it's a team that's not being paid that much attention to, and you can just kind of perfect your craft, and then hopefully when you're in your prime, go to a team that's contending.
you also don't have a lot of pressure situations at all,
Mm,
Yeah.
so,
Yep.
but they do have a young team, so hopefully they're on the up.
Him, him, Bangaliers, Big Amish. What a squad. Are they
Big Amish.
sneaky?
No,
I don't think they have good enough
the
pitching.
pitching is
I think their
horrible.
lineup.
Severino is like their only pitcher.
I think their lineup is sneaky. I think the rotation is dog shit.
Their lineup can hit the ball around the field pretty
They
well, but
can, dude. I mean, they're in like they lose games like 11-7. Like it's entertaining, but
Yeah.
yeah. All right. Next up, I got World Baseball Classic news. Shohei Ohtani will not pitch in the World Baseball Classic,
Don't
and that's
care.
per his manager Dave Roberts. And apparently, it was Shohei's decision. So
yeah, the
Can I
pitching side of
slander?
his repertoire has always been a little bit weird. I mean, been a starting pitcher, but he's never really 8 innings like a starting pitcher, and there's
no,
some arm health issues there, hundred
he
percent.
should just. I think he should just resort to being a full-time DH at this point. He can play in the field if he wanted to, but like risking him becoming injured without being able to hit, I think is the biggest limiting factor for his like career.
I think they're playing us.
Do you think he's gonna pitch?
I think he's going to pitch. I think they're going to be in the championship game, and the ninth inning's going to roll around. They're going to be up 1 or 2 runs, and here comes Shohei from the dugout, or sorry, the bullpen where he's been warming up, and he's going to strike out the side. Japan's going to two-peat. There you go. They're teasing us right now.
Okay.
They're te
Yeah, I don't know. I know his arms had some issues, pretty well documented on it. But I, if you're the Dodgers, I feel like you won the pitch for your team, but probably not Team Japan. Because why'd you pay $800 million for a guy who is just a great hitter? When I mean, if he
Yeah,
wasn't a pitcher too, he's not making 800 million.
that's
Not a
fair.
chance.
There's also other Dodger pitchers who aren't pitching. I think Roki Sasaki was one of them.
Yep.
No, okay.
So
Yeah,
may
but
just be a trend.
Yamamoto is.
Right. So that's may just be keeping some trying to keep the arms healthy for another run.
Which I agree. I think it's a valid point when you have guys pitch that late into the season and don't have that extra month off like the rest of the league. It's a valid argument to be like, hey, we'd prefer if you don't pitch.
Right.
So But
especially if they've
interesting
had
to see
issues.
Yamamoto is. So he feels good, I guess. Let it buck.
I mean, he pitches back-to-back games, so I don't think this will be a problem for him.
Yeah, that dude's a dog.
The Giants signed Luis Arraez to a 1-year deal. I'm not sure what the number was, but it wasn't a big one.
So what is the intention, or what are we thinking? Is he playing second, playing first? Is Rafi DHing or playing first? What's that gonna look like?
He's expected to start at second base.
Okay. So, yeah, I don't hate it. I mean, they have some pop in that lineup, so adding a guy who's on base all the time doesn't hurt.
Yeah, and
But I
the
said the
number
same
was
thing with the
12.
Padres. So, and that never got the Padres across the finish line either. So,
Yeah, he's such an interesting player. I mean, obviously the bat to ball skills there are probably second to none in the league, but the generation off of that sometimes is a lot less than what you'd think it is.
Yeah.
But you're not going to turn down a guy who sometimes is hitting at a 380 clip.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
He's crazy stat lines. And then he was not last season was not it for him. He was, batting down towards 6, which is not where you want to see a guy like him batting in the lineup. So,
Yeah.
um,
No, I think it's a good fit. I think the Giants could be a sneaky pick for the NL West. I think there's some potential there for them. So,
New manager too.
yes.
good point.
Yeah,
Bet
new
Uh,
manager is going to
first
change things.
manager, yeah, first manager ever to come from college directly to MLB in the driver's seat. So that'll be interesting.
will be.
Yeah, I think they're better than when they had Cap over there.
Yeah.
All right. Eugenio Suarez signs with the Reds, 1 year, 15 mil. I'm not sure if this is one that any of us saw.
He's
Um,
going home, going home.
and this is he's expected to DH, so no third base for him.
Yeah, they just traded for Cabrian Hayes last year, so he's definitely going to be man in third for them. So I don't hate it for the Reds either. They had they were in the playoffs last year. I mean, I don't think Suarez gets them past where they were, but it's definitely some pop in a lineup that could use it. So,
Yeah, and I think that move was directly to counter with Tyler Stevenson just isn't seeing the ball the way he used to be. Um, the hand issues have kind of caught up to him, and between the DHs, it was either CS over there, DHing or playing first, and then Stevenson. But you got to
yeah.
have someone to fill the gap there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Um, Also someone with a little bit of playoff experience to hopefully, like you said, you didn't think it pushed the Reds over, but hopefully teach some of the young guys about what it takes.
To be fair, as long as they don't match up with the Dodgers, it could push them into the next round. Who knows?
Good point. Um, and then his former team, the Mariners, acquired Brendan Donovan from St. Louis. That was a 3-team trade. Kind of a sneaky good move.
Yeah, I wanted the Astros to get him really bad. I'm a little bummed by this, especially with him going to a division rival. They did have to give up a very interesting prospect. I don't know if you know much about him. I don't know how to say his name either. I don't want to butcher it. I'll let Jesse do it. He's better with the names.
Let me look here.
Anyways, what makes him so interesting, he throws with both arms. He switches it up. He's got a glove that he throws on one hand or the other whenever
Is he a
he
pitcher?
needs to switch. He is a pitcher. I believe he's a relief pitcher.
Was he out of where was he out of? Where did he get drafted from? Do you remember?
Okay,
Kiente?
I'm gonna
Kiente?
go for it. Yeah, yeah. Gerangelo
Kiente.
Kiente.
Yep.
He's from the Netherlands. He was drafted by the Brewers initially, didn't sign. He pitched at Mississippi State, Strouse.
Yeah, there we go. That was the same guy I was thinking of.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's him. He throws both arms. It's a little, and he's got some gas from both sides. It's a very interesting prospect to have in your system. So I'm glad we don't have to see him, Strauss, as often. So that's good. But yeah, I thought that was a really good move for the Mariners. I saw a one of those pick player A or player B, and it was Brendan Donovan and Bo Bichette, and it was way too similar for what I was expecting. So sneaky move by the Mariners.
I think so too. And we talked about being one piece away. I mean, we're knocking on the door last year, so I won't be surprised if this hopefully gets them a little deeper in the playoffs for Mariners fans. But and it
It's
looks
okay
like
if they don't though.
they also traded away their number 11 prospect in Taj Pete. So it obviously took a lot to get him, but like you said, good player, similar to Bobichet's stats. So
Yeah. Player A. So over the last 3 years, 366 games, Brendan Donovan has a 7.5 F4. Bo Bichette in 355 games has an 8 F4. So it's not like Brendan Donovan's declining by any means at this point in his career. And he's so versatile. He can play so many different positions. So good move for the Mariners.
Also, one more thing on the dual-handed pitcher there. It
Yep.
appears he's been utilized as a starter,
Okay.
even into the minors. Pretty much every appearance of Mississippi State besides one was a game started.
nice.
So it was a
Between
start.
A and Double A, it would appear only 3 games that he pitched in were not a start. So
Okay.
yeah,
Gotcha. Well,
All right. Next thing I have, I'll let Chris talk about this one. Framber Valdez signs 3 year, $115 million deal with the Tigers.
you could let Strauss do. Do you know he's a Stros fan?
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting. I'm talking
yeah.
to two
How do you
Stros
forget about
fans.
that? Come on now.
I've
Two
changed the
Stros
script
fans.
on you.
Yeah, this
I
is
had two Blue Jays
yeah,
fans last time. Now it's two Stros.
fair enough. Well,
But good for Fromber. I mean, after the whole cross-up incident last year, I kind of knew it was over. Like he just seemed like he wanted to be gone. He wasn't interested. I'm surprised it took this long for someone to sign him. I don't know if there was some, you know, they were put off by what happened last year. I mean, he's still a damn good pitcher. Great ground ball pitcher. He's fun to watch. He's great to have in your rotation. It's got to be a weird feeling for t Tigers fans too, because you have now this 1-2 punch of Skubal and Fromber. But how long do you have this 1-2 punch of Skubal and Fromber? Because is Skubal going to get traded? Is he going to leave in free agency? So it's maybe exciting for half the year, 1 year, who knows, but gives them a better shot to get the job done come October. So
It's funny. I actually think that deal for the not the White Sox, the Tigers, moves them farther away from their goal than it does closer. I mean,
with Fromber,
Roberts, yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of issues down the stretch and just not the same reliable guy that you used to have. And I don't know, the body language that he puts out on the mound sometimes is just absolutely piss poor.
I would
I
agree with
also
that.
Granted,
wanted to go ahead.
My counter argument is that AJ Hinch is now the manager with Detroit who has experience with Valdez. I think it could be a much needed reunion for potentially both of them. Hopefully, get Valdez back to his, breakout season in 2020. I know Hinch left in 19, I believe, but he obviously is
was there?
familiar with Valdez, so hopefully that helps.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say
I
most of his career was thrown not with Pinch at the helm, right?
No,
I was gonna say I don't know if he did he have
they
one
crossed
season
over
with
for two
Hinch?
seasons.
2 seasons? Yeah, so I was just looking at Fromber's postseason stats. It's pretty streaky. He's had his moments where it's been good in 2022 when
Yeah.
we took it home. He had a 1.44 ERA, so that was solid. But outside of that, it's very streaky. He has a career 4.34 ERA. 17 games started. He has a 7-6 win-loss. We know that doesn't all automatically fall on him, but yeah, who
Yeah.
knows? I mean, it, it's definitely a it definitely makes that Tigers team that much better. So
Yeah. I mean, if nothing else, he's going to give you 180 to 200 innings this season. Um, hopefully taking some stress off of one of the most used bullpens in the MLB, in Detroit. And yeah, you talked about it being for a half year. I think this is the best case scenario for the Tigers. They have options whether they want to get a prospect package back for Skubal and probably end up eating some of that salary, to move him to a contending team with a good prospect package, the Dodgers. And
you, you
it's
said it was. Oh, keep going.
and you
Sorry.
still have a number one in your rotation in Valdez. So
You said it was 3 years for 115.
three from 115, correct.
So they were cool with paying Framber
I wanted to talk
Yes.
about this
30,
Yeah,
next.
yeah, this is
38
the issue.
million a year,
This is the
but they
issue.
didn't. They
Yes.
wanted to
Yeah.
pay Skubal 19
But
million a year.
my thing is the Skubal thing's for 1 year. At least you have Valdez for 3 years. He was not gonna have to get paid next year. It's not gonna be baseball played. And then there's an opt out after the second year. So this really could be the 1 year contract.
Is it an
It's
opt-out to
still
both
a
the team
wild
and Valdez,
concept.
or is it just Valdez?
It's a player opt out. So,
Okay, so
and it's after
Valdez
the
has
second
full.
year, but if there is no second year, like I don't
I think the
there
contract would pick up as
yeah,
normal.
it depends. I mean, if
Yeah,
there's a partial season or I don't know how that would work, but
Let's
yeah.
be real. We're all on 1 year deals right now. There may never be an MLB season again.
Bo Bichette's on a 1 year deal, according to John Amon. So no, I think it's a good deal just because you have options now. Before with Skubal, you get rid of Skubal, you have no one to pitch any of these innings. At least you have one guy who's going to be a reliable 180 innings or more. He pitched over 200 in 2022. But yeah, you hope he can find his form. Hopefully, the familiarity with GM
Jesse,
helps him.
who won the World Series in 2022?
All right.
Oh, okay, okay. I think it was the Houston Astros. I just wanted to double check.
I believe you're right, Chris.
Yeah,
Well,
I think so.
hopefully
I still
the
can't
ti-
fathom paying Valdez that kind of money, though. I mean,
I don't
that
think it's
doesn't make
about
sense. That's
it's
a
not
hard
about the
thing to
yearly
swallow.
it's not about the yearly amount though. Like you're only committing 115 mil when people thought he was going to get double that. So I think it's just more the short term, like it gives them a lot of flexibility, like I said, whether you get prospect packages for these guys, specifically Skubal, but at least you have, that number one guy still in your rotation. So it'll be interesting, and they're in a wide open division, so they can easily they're favorites to win the division.
Yeah, they would have won it without Valdez. Valdez doesn't change anything about their regular season. I mean, they're going to give some guys some breaks, but I mean, I think they're going to walk to that division title no
Yeah,
matter if he was on the team or he was playing in Venezuela next year.
yeah, I agree with you. They went from like 49% to like 57, so they gave them like a 10% increase in odds winning. But yeah, I agree with you. They probably had the division anyways.
Yeah, the
Yeah, I
only team
mean,
that can win that
we
division besides them is the Guardians with friendship.
yeah, that's how they won it last year was friendship and friendship alone. And the
Yeah,
Tigers just flat out sold at the end of the year.
Yeah.
So
but now they
that actually should not have happened.
no, but now they got that new J-Ram money, so we'll see what the Guardians do with that. So, all right, and then we were kind of already talked about Skubal. He won his arbitration case, which um, allows him to be paid $32 million instead of the filed $19 million by the Detroit Tigers.
Yeah, I mean, great 2 days for Tigers starting pitchers, handing out a lot of money to two guys. So it's not actually, to be fair, it's not too much when you think of the grand scheme of things, but I I still can't believe it got to the point where there was a what was it, $10 million
Mhm.
difference between Tigers and what he wanted to be paid. And I'm not even saying Skubal should have been paid $32 million a year.
He
I am
should be
saying that.
paying more than that.
He
Yeah.
very much deserves it. What are we talking about? Yeah, I mean, Fromber's getting paid 38, Skubal's getting 50. I mean, it's that simple. So I'm glad he won. I told Strouse earlier today, he thought he was going to get me on a little fast one, saying we're what you said the opposite of what happened, right?
Well, originally I thought when the Valdez thing came out that the Tigers had won the arbitration because I fully expected the Tigers to win that arbitration. But
Really?
I mean, does Skubal deserve a lot of money? Yeah. But the issue was of what Skubal wanted and the difference there. Thought the Tigers had a decent case.
Yeah.
I
I mean, it's like
don't
when
think they have a
I'm
Corbin
good
just
case
Burns
at all.
lost
I'm
his
just this
arbitration.
is
There's some arm health issues there and whatnot. I mean, that was the whole reason it went to arbitration. Is Skubal didn't back down from what he wanted, which was like 7 years, 400 million. I don't think he's going to pitch healthily for the next seven.
how old is Skubal? What, 26? Maybe a little older?
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Might even be older. Let's see. Tarik
29.
Skubal is much
29.
older than I thought. So yeah, it's a fair point.
Yeah, I mean, that going to arbitration was as big of a fault of Skubal as it was the Tigers.
I
Yeah, I mean that can be avoided. So I think it's both sides trying to prove a point to one another. And
This
that's
is a
why
players
you have the
podcast.
disagreement. That's why it gets to a hearing. Agreed. And that's why
Pay the
what I
players.
told Strauss earlier today too.
You have to
So
pay. Unfortunately, when you're the
I
second
still I
best
still
pitcher,
call I still call players out for I'm going to call players out for stuff though.
unfortunately, when you're the second
I
best pitcher in
appreciate
the
that though,
league,
Strauss, because I won't.
when you're the second best
Second,
pitcher, first or second,
Second, who'd be first?
I would say Skeens personally is the best pitcher in the MLB.
that's just because you think his girlfriend's hot.
No, I would never.
Those Skeens have two Cy
I'm a
Youngs.
taken man.
No,
Um, he, I
true.
think he's the second best, especially as like career outlook wise. Like Skeens is significantly younger. If we're talking about who's going to get paid more, it's going to be Skeens. But
Oh yeah.
I think that Skubal being a
Is
top
that
two
what we're talking about when
pitcher,
we say better?
well, top two pitcher in the MLB, either way you want to look at it, 1A, 1B. Most teams are
Sure.
going to
I
give
can
him
live
a
with that.
blank check, and the Tigers don't really have the ability to do that or aren't willing to do that. He could have went to a different team and gotten paid significantly more than 32 million.
Well, let's be real here. Not any team is going to hand him a blank check. It's more than likely going to be one or the other. It's going to be the Dodgers or the Blue Jays who hand him a blank check at this rate. Maybe the
Completely
Mets.
disagree.
Okay.
The Blue Jays would
Who
never give, at this point in time, the Blue Jays cannot afford to give Skubal a blank check. They already have 7 pitchers in their starting rotation.
Okay, so that leads me to
are
another. Would
those
you
are
have
they all better
rather?
than Skubal?
Absolutely not. None of them are better than Skubal, as I just said.
Yeah,
But
Would
just get rid of
you?
them.
you, I don't. I think they've
Good, yeah.
made their plan already. Like I think it's too late to give away younger players when you're in the midst of trying to win.
Would you have rather them not sign Dylan Cease this year
No, I would
so they
rather
had
have a
a shot
year
at?
of Dylan Cease over a shot at Skubal.
That's
But
fair.
your Blue Jays are in win now mode. I don't. Obviously, you'd love to have Skubal, but now it's going to take a trade. It's going to take a trade to get him. You're going to have to give something up.
But if he gets to free agency,
They won't let
they
that
were
happen.
about to, they were about, well, it definitely could happen. I think there's a 100% chance he's a free agent.
100%. You
Yes.
Does he
think
hit
it's
free
a
agency next year?
yeah? You
Yes.
don't think he's going to get traded in this season?
Yeah, I
He would
think
still
that
hit
could
free
happen too.
agency.
He'd still hit free agency.
Yeah, he doesn't have to
Well,
stick with the
yeah, if
team
he
he
They
gets
doesn't
shipped
sign an
off to.
extension with the team that he's
base
traded to.
baseball doesn't work like that. They don't sign the extensions
They
right
could
after the
though,
trade. They could, but
or a
it
sign
does
and
not
trade,
happen
a
often.
little sign and trade.
They
I
don't
Um,
will
do
say
those
Skubal does
either.
seem like the guy who would rather put off the contract till after the season. I mean, the
Yeah,
guy's kind of a
especially.
psycho anyway, so
I think Skubal. That's why I say because if they're gonna hand Kyle Tucker a $400 million check, why can't they hand? Not that they did, but why couldn't they give it to Skubal too? So I think it'll be the Mets, Dodgers, and Blue Jays.
I
Maybe
think there's
a fourth
other
or fifth team
teams. I
who's
mean,
in
you can
there.
throw the Phillies in there. You can throw the Yankees in there.
Well, I don't know if I'm gonna quit throwing the Yankees name in there because they have
Maybe they're
proven to
waiting.
not do.
Maybe they're just waiting for Skubal this whole time.
They've been
I think
waiting.
he might stay in Detroit too.
I don't. After this arbitration, there's a 0% chance he ends up in Detroit after this
Zero,
season.
not possible. Zero.
I think
Point
I'm late.
one percent chance.
I might have to be with Jess on this one. I think that relationship's tarnished, and I don't think Detroit's handing out that kind of cash.
No. The only reason he stays there for
Yeah.
the whole year this year is because their division's an absolute cakewalk. And if they walk into the playoffs, they have a chance to, make a run with, a good 1-2 punch in your starting rotation. And if that wasn't the situation, I don't think he'd be on the Tigers for the rest of the season.
If there's any way, and I don't think it will, but if there is any way that the Tigers have a losing record going into July, he's gone.
Yeah, absolutely. But
I mean, I also will say that when he hits free agency too, let's assume they make the playoffs because we're all kind of assuming that they're going to make the playoffs.
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to get quite what he wants in free agency due to the age. The money's going to be great, but when he was talking with the Tigers, I mean, he was talking 7 years. He'll be 36 by the end of the contract. Had his Tommy John surgery back in 2016, had a tendon surgery in 2022, had to be rested off that tendon surgery. There are some issues there. I mean, respectfully, I don't know if he's going to get 7 years or whatever he's looking for.
that's fair.
Yeah. I agree with that. I do think he's going to be more somewhere in the five range. So
And that's the only reason I think he might stay in Detroit because Detroit could get him for 4 or 5 extra years and pay him a shit ton. Well, money talks and bullshit walks.
yeah.
I'm trying to see what kind of contracts recent 30-year-old pitchers have signed in the
I
MLB.
think Garrett Cole would probably be one you could look at. He was probably close to 30 when he signed that deal with the Yankees.
I mean, we can look at Valdez. He just signed 3 years, 115, and that was that short-term deal like you're talking about.
Yeah, but
Suarez, Ranger Suarez just signed 5 years, 130, and he's obviously going to make significantly more than that. But yeah, I agree with that. 5 years is probably a good estimate of what it's going to end up looking like. Or do you
yeah.
have a team sign him for longer for, more total dollars but less AAV so they can, wiggle around the taxes
Yeah, I mean,
If
no
or
I'm
argument.
defer some
Skubal,
money? Who knows?
if I'm Skubal, I'm trying to make as much money as I can on my next contract, so I don't have to worry about how well I'm pitching after that.
Yeah, but I also think he wants to be on a contending team, obviously.
Oh, for sure.
So, and I don't think the Tigers are that team at this point in time. So, all right, enough about pitchers. Let's talk about first baseman.
Oh.
Our top 10 first baseman going into the 2026 season. You want to start us off, Chris?
Yeah. Yeah, I will. Mine is Christian Walker. No, I'm just kidding. It's Vladdy. Who's up
I think
next?
we're
Strouse?
Strauss?
I think we're probably all in agreement on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I
Yeah, it
mean,
doesn't
go for it, Jess. It's your guy.
what a postseason from the kid. Hopefully more of that in the regular season. He had a quote unquote down year. But obviously the potential is unreal. He just needs to, put together some more consistent power seasons. I'd like to
That's
see
what
him
I
hit
was
a
gonna
little bit
say
more for
too.
power instead of contact, but he has the potential to be one of the most balanced hitters in the MLB. And you'd love him hitting, around that 280 mark and hitting, 40 home runs like we know he's capable of doing.
Yeah, I think he's just clearly, I mean, what, he's going to be 27 next year? Maybe only 26. Let's see. So he'll turn 27 here in about a month. So he's entering the prime of his career. Like you said, he needs to find a way to find that pop again.
We
Um,
saw it in the postseason.
exactly. So we know it's there. It's just a matter of how do we consistently have that throughout the whole season. So they're going to need a lot more. It's hard to say a lot more from him, but
They
they
don't.
lost Bo. They lost Bo, man. Like that's going to be a big loss. So
No.
that power is going to need to appear, in my
Well,
opinion.
Bo didn't hit for the power,
Well, that's
obviously.
fine, but he's got to make up for other, you know, the fact that Bo isn't going to be there on base like he was before. You
I
know, he's got to
agree.
drive in runs. He's got to find a way to be that guy that they can put in that. What did he hit, two or three last year in the lineup? Three?
Vlad?
Yeah.
Well, depends. Are we talking about the half of the season that Bo didn't play or the half of the season he did play? He batted
That
two to three, two sometimes
yeah.
four, I believe.
So it'll be interesting to see how the Blue Jays construct their roster. But in my mind, it's no doubt it's Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Springer Vlad. Throw in whoever you want at three, whoever's hot. Santander, hopefully he's back to his form. And then you have Barger probably hitting four. But number two, I've got the big Amish, Nick Kurtz.
That's a good pick. I like that one. I was gonna stick probably with Pete Alonso, Polar Bear.
Nice.
I went
Chris?
with Freddie.
No,
I love me some Freddie. I hate that he's on the Dodgers, but I do love me some Freddie.
Yeah, he's awesome. Do we want to
All
just keep
right.
it rolling like we did last
Yeah,
time?
let's do it like we did last time when the name appears for all three. We can talk about it.
Number three, I have Bryce Harper.
I got Harper as well there.
I got the big Amish there.
Nice. And four, Freddie Freeman for me.
I got the Big Amish.
Oh,
And so we can talk about the big Amish.
what a dog, dude. We talked about that athletics lineup.
Yeah.
What an absolute catalyst that kid is.
I still have nightmares of his four home run performance, almost five, missed it by a matter of inches against the Astros.
Six extra base hits, right?
Yeah, it was
That's
Yeah.
nuts,
nuts.
bro. I think he tied the most total bases in a single game too with 19.
I think
So
wasn't it the most?
Jeez.
Most or tied for the
I
most?
thought he
Yeah.
tied it. I thought he tied
Crazy.
it. It was nuts. But obviously, that's just one game. I think he had like 36, 37 home runs. Might have even been a little bit more. He could have gotten closer to 40. I mean, this kid's a unit. There's a
He
reason
can
his
rake.
nickname is the Big Amish. He's got a great swing. Uh, Athletics fans should be pumped about Nick Kurtz.
We talked about Vlad hitting for like hopefully like 280, 290, 40. He hit for 290 last year with 38 home runs and he didn't even play the whole season.
Yeah.
He played
He's
117 games.
he's legit, dude.
Yeah, it's
And that's 90 RBIs in a not so great lineup. Okay. I know we talked about how they're young and they have a lot of
dude,
potential, but that's not a great lineup.
that
And
lineup
he's
is
drove in 90.
pretty sick. The lineup is pretty sick, but he had over a 1,000 OPS. How often can we say that for a whole season, let alone a rookie year?
Yeah. No, he was the man. And he had two stolen bases. He's fast.
Yeah. Two
He's
stolen bases.
fast.
He
He's
didn't hit any.
Fast stealing
fast.
ones.
He didn't hit any singles. How is he supposed to steal bases?
Yeah. You can't steal if you're hitting homers, bro.
Yeah, I mean, we don't need to say much about that. It's pretty self-explanatory. I had him higher because I don't know if he'll maintain that, but even if he doesn't,
Yeah.
and he gets a full season worth of resume under his belt, I think he could easily be the second or first best first baseman after next season. I don't think that would be too shocking.
Yo.
Yeah. I almost
Yep.
expect him to take a slight step back.
I would agree.
Um,
Yeah, I
I
think
expect him
that's
to settle. I expect him to settle in, but I mean that last season he put on. I mean, at one point you looked at what he was doing, and you were just kind of disgusted with the fact that it was just a rookie doing that.
yeah.
With
And
like
then
being one of the few guys that you could pitch around. Really, I mean, his lineup didn't have a lot of protection for him either.
yeah, and on top of that, the rookie shortstop was batting like 310. So
Yeah,
that
Yeah.
was what a fun future the Athletics have.
Yeah.
he'll be gone probably in 3 years from
Ar-
there.
Yeah, probably.
Same with Jacob Wilson.
Nick Kurtz, starting first baseman of the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Don't.
Freddie's
My,
gonna retire. They're gonna bring in the big Amish.
my favorite A's player is Denzel Clark, just so that's known. What a dog.
Ooh, I'm gonna go Lawrence Butler.
I'm Jacob
Strauss,
Wilson.
Yeah,
let's
I
go.
never. Well, I
he's
watched
awesome.
him play at Grand Canyon. I mean, that's where I first knew him.
He's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah,
So
he's a stud. I also watched him play for Grand Canyon. I was like, whoever drafts this kid, getting a stud. Turns out that is true.
Did
yeah,
you say who you had at 4,
I
Chris?
did not. I have Matt Olson.
Okay. So we're waiting on. Did we all say Freddie yet? We're waiting on Strauss for Freddie.
I said
uh,
Freddie at 2.
Okay. Number 5, I do have Matt Olson.
I had Matt Olson at 5 as well.
Yeah, let's get into it. Yeah, he's just another guy who is consistent. I love his swing. Speaking of athletics, Matt Olson.
Exactly.
You see, they just end up on these teams who
They,
actually have a chance to win.
if you go through it, they have had so many really good players go through that team, and then they're all on different teams.
Nick Allen, former
Travis
Nick
Athletic.
Darnell.
Allen.
Yeah,
What's up with
So
the
in
Athletics to Braves?
Sean Murphy,
Dude, so many.
yeah,
athletics
that's
to the
another one.
Braves.
There's so many.
Yeah, Matt Olson, even since getting to the Braves, he's gone 34, 54, 29, 29 in homers. I guess you'd probably expect him to, in my opinion, go up. I think sorry. I think the Braves are going to be healthier this year. I think he's going to be in a better position to drive in more runs, have more opportunities to impact the game. I think it's going to be an up year for Matt Olson. And I'd like to point out he's played in 162 games in the last 4 seasons. Shout out Matt
Yeah,
Olson.
he's a
He's a
workhorse.
workhorse.
He
Yeah.
is.
And he's also a great defensive first baseman too. So he's really the full package. I know what he's going to be 32, I think, going into this year,
Yeah, he's
maybe
31 right
31.
now.
Yeah. So he's going to turn 32 late in March. That's for a first baseman. Age at that point is not really a big deal. So I'm expecting big things out of Matt Olson this year.
He's also just a dude you want on your team. Good guy, brings a lot of energy to the team. Like we said, plays a lot of baseball. Loves the game.
Yep.
Yeah. You talk about having a good, a bounce back year, or not even a bounce back year, but a better year. I mean, he's never had a season below 118 OPS plus with the Braves. And in 2023, you talked about getting more RBIs. He had 139. That was the year he was fourth in MVP voting. So we could see another year like that from him and a healthy Braves team. I think they're kind of the dark horse that we talked about this next postseason.
Yeah. I also want to put some respect on his 2023 Braves season. 162 games, 720 plate appearances,
Yeah,
54 home runs, 127 or sorry, 139 RBIs.
yeah, that was the same season I was just talking about. I mean,
Yeah. That's
unreal.
nuts, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he sits right around that 100 RBIs every season.
Yep.
So
And then I think did we all say Bryce at this point too?
I
I
think
just
so.
I
had
haven't
Bryce at
said him, but he was
5.
going to be next for me.
Okay.
Oh, well,
And
let's
then who
do
was
it
your
then.
next, Chris? Because you didn't say your 5
For
yet.
6,
5.
5 is Bryce.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I gotcha. 6, I have Pete Alonso. I'm guessing that's where you have him, Chris.
correct.
Yeah. It's gonna be so interesting seeing it with the Orioles. I have no idea what that team's gonna look like.
I hate that he's on a different team, man. I wish he could have found a way to be a Met for life. He just had so many moments for them in the city of New York. Like they needed to find a way to make it work. But yeah, Pete Alonso's the man. They are, or no, they already did. They did bring in, or are they doing it this year? Maybe I can't remember. They brought in left field at Camden Yards last year, I believe, or is it?
Yes, I believe it was
Yes, it
last
Yeah.
was
year.
last year, or the year before. So that should benefit Mr. Polar Bear over there
Greatest power hitter in New York Mets history.
easily.
Yeah.
But
So,
no, Mike Piazza.
I'm gonna
um,
take Pete Alonso.
Is that
He's had
recency
some.
biased or
no,
Oh,
I
100%.
think Piazza's a better hitter overall, but I think Pete Alonso is the best power hitter, and
And yes, it's also recency bias.
but he holds the highest slugging percentage and home run rate. So,
He had a 524 slug last year, 871 OPS, 38 tanks, 126 ribbies.
yeah.
I'm telling you, this first baseman list, like my top 6 or 7 are like guys I'm like, I would take them in a heartbeat.
But he, yeah, I mean, these other first basemen we've talked about hit for power. Obviously, most first basemen do, but like Pete Alonso more than anyone else. Like
Uh,
you can count on 40 homers a season. I think last year he only had 34, and that was like the lowest in a couple of seasons. But
His rookie year was the most home runs he ever had.
how many was that?
53.
Yeah, it's nuts. But
Big
he's
Amish is coming for his power
but it's
title.
consistent, right? Like year in,
Yeah.
year out.
Yeah. Yeah. Strauss, who did you have at 6?
I said Harper.
Yeah.
Okay, so we
We
can
talk
we
about
can harp it up. Jesse Harper, he's you're a big Harper guy, aren't you?
not really.
Maybe Rito
But
is. I thought
I mean
somebody
he's
was.
awesome. He's the starter for USA. No?
Yeah. Well, it's him or Goldie. I pray to God
I
it's
mean
him.
it's gotta be Harper. But
That's a
yeah, I mean
clown question, bro.
some of the best I mean he's got that aura about him. Like when you think of, Philly, you think of Harper, all those playoff moments with that face paint on. I mean, what a dog.
I used to not
Yeah.
like him a lot when he was younger, just like the arrogance or whatnot or his attitude. But
Yeah.
he's grown on me a lot as he's gotten older, just turned into like a real player's player.
Yeah, I feel like
It just,
he's a pretty overall likable guy now, but I totally
yeah,
understand where you're coming from, where he does have that arrogance and confidence about him that could definitely get under someone's skin, especially if he's on the other team.
yeah.
This
Well, it wasn't even that. I just see moments because I mean, as Astros or whatnot, I never really had to watch him play against my team, but
he
there's
was
just a
almost
lot.
an Astro. Do you remember
Well,
that?
no, I don't.
There was a deal in place, I believe, in 2018 at the deadline that they were going to send him to Houston. I forget. There was a big name. I want to say it was Tucker or somebody was going back. I'm sure you could look it up. They had it out there at one point, but yeah, there was a chance he was going to be an Astro at the deadline.
2018.
Yeah. Do you find it?
Yeah.
Yeah, tell me who it is. It's a big.
JB Bukauskas, Josh James, Abraham Toro, Randy Caesar, and Kent Emanuel.
Oh,
Man,
so it
that would have
wasn't
been a
anybody big. We
fleece.
should have
That would
done
have been a
that.
fleece by the Astros.
We should have made that happen.
I mean, I know there was a lot of excitement around Josh James when he was coming up, but he never panned out. Same with
And
Toro.
this it says this trade got vetoed by Nationals ownership for apparently good reason looking back on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. But another thing that might make you feel old, he has spent 7 years with the Nationals. He's done 7 years with the Phillies already. At this point, he gets one at bat in on opening day. He'll have played more games with the Phillies
That's not
than he has
surprising.
the
I think of
Nationals.
him as a Philly.
Oh my
I do
gosh.
too.
It's not even that. It's just the fact that he's going into year 15.
That is crazy.
That gets me. Like that
Yeah.
gets me.
He doesn't
He's going
seem
in the
that
year
old.
15.
Yes.
That
He's
feels
played
disgusting to hear.
he's played 14 years in the MLB. He debuted in 2012 as a 19-year-old. He will start 2025 as a when's his birthday? So 33-year-old. Yep. That's
It's crazy.
makes me want to jump off a cliff.
Old head.
Old head.
I'll join you.
But to talk more about, just Bryce, I know he hasn't had, so what, he won an MVP in, what was it, 22? No, 21, sorry. A lot of people were not thrilled that he won that year. They took in his RBIs. You got to look more at that. He had 42 doubles, 35 home runs. It's not really his problem that others aren't on base. He had a great year. Now, the numbers have dipped a little bit in the last 3 to 4 years, which I can understand, and that's probably why I have him a little bit further down my list than some of the other guys we had. But I don't expect it to be anywhere lower than where it's been the last 4 years. So that's why he's number 6 on my list.
It's fair. All right, number 7. I'm betting I have someone that neither of you have. Oh, you're number 7. Mine is Michael Bush.
I have him at 8.
Okay, not far.
Bad Freddie at 7.
Okay.
This is just an ultimate hate watch by Strauss right here.
I can't stand Freddie Freeman.
Oh my
Frederick!
gosh. Let me
I
I
can't
I just want to say
stand him.
mine is Rafael Devers at 7.
Okay, someone who's not on my list.
Interesting.
Is he
Um,
really I mean, he is a first baseman now,
yeah,
but
they got Matt Chapman now.
yeah, just
Unless
not who you think
he's
of.
going in the D. Agreed. Definitely. Um, we can talk Freddie though. I want
I
to
was
hear the
tempted to
hate.
I was tempted
Yeah,
to leave him off my list
That would have been
entirely.
crazy.
that would have been
I just
hilarious.
I can't
Let's
stand the
hear
dude.
it. Why don't
Just a
we
boycott.
like Freddie?
Just super disingenuous guy. You know, left Atlanta with their pants down around their ankles, signed in, basically Satan's lair, and then kind
I
of
mean, I can't disagree.
pisses around basically, out there in LA when that you just betrayed everyone in Atlanta.
I get
But
it.
I mean, they love Freddie in Atlanta, and he just turned his
wasn't
back on them. There
wasn't
was a
the
contract
rumor
on the table
though?
too.
But wasn't the rumor in Freddie's defense that his agent didn't tell him of the new deal on the table?
That's the rumor, but that's still on Freddie. I mean, he's the controlling man there.
I mean, maybe he had too much trust in a
I
guy
mean,
he
if he wanted
shouldn't
to
have.
stay in Atlanta, he could have stayed in Atlanta. Trying to blame Scott Boras for that issue
I don't
is
think it was
just
It
goaded.
was
Boris.
Casey Close, and
Casey
Yeah.
apparently
Close.
there was a miscommunication, and he wanted to stay in Atlanta. And like I said, like you say, I don't know how much we can believe this and how much it was just to protect his reputation, but maybe some argument to be had there on why he left.
You
Yeah,
think so we are 33 homers, sorry, 30 yeah, 33 homers shy of 400. Does he do it this year? He hasn't had a 30 home run season since 2021.
He'll do it next season.
yeah.
See any other numbers? He just hit 100 stolen bases. Congrats, Freddie.
I also
That's,
hate his swing.
it is interesting.
It's
He's
ugly.
close to he'll hit 2,500 hits this year if he stays healthy. Yeah. He kind of falls in the same boat for Bryce for me is like I'm expecting more of the same of what we've seen. Maybe even a decline. He's going into year 17, make you feel bad about yourself again. Yeah, he's got to be bad at some point.
Does he?
I don't know, but no, I like I said, I compare him to Bryce in my mind, and oh wait, I had him high on my list. What am I talking about?
My
I'm
question
like
is,
I'm thinking in like your mindset, Strauss.
he had
No,
he hit
he's a man.
I,
he hit for
he's the man. He's
295.
the man. I think Bryce is a better player than
He hit for
Freddie.
295 last season, and he's got a 300 career batting average. Do we think he maintains that?
Ooh,
It'll drop off on
You
the
don't
back
think he'll be a
half.
career 300 guy?
no, I
No, I
don't.
mean he's gonna have like the Joey Votto effect where he
Yeah,
probably
it's just
continues to
gonna.
play for too long and tanks his career batting average.
Yeah. But like I said earlier, my 1 through 6, I would take any of those guys in a heartbeat. So, and he falls in there. So,
Yeah, what a dog.
I
All
wouldn't
right.
want him on my team. Like, the clubhouse is a sacred place. You want it to be a community in there, brotherhood, and it's just not great
uh,
to mix and match that.
that's fun.
All right. Moving on. Number 8, I have Josh Naylor.
Michael Bush.
Michael Bush.
Nice.
Michael
Inver Grove
Bush.
Heights, Minnesota legend, Michael Bush.
Really?
Yeah, my home golf course in the town he was born in.
How
Um,
close is that to Egan?
10 minutes,
10 minutes?
not even.
Oh,
Um,
You ever
yeah,
play
what a
golf with him?
dog. Kind of a recent come up for him. He's only had, 3 seasons in the MLB now.
yeah. He was a good little prospect with the Dodgers, too. He was drafted in the first round of the 2019 MLB draft out of UNC. Um, as we know, the Dodgers were full of potential starters, and they probably just were okay with letting this one slip away. But he had a great season with the Cubs last year. I think he started 151 games at first base. So definitely solidified himself there. Had 34 homers, 90 RBIs. Was just a really nice touch to that lineup last year that what got to they lost in the NLDS, right, to the Brewers. So,
Yeah. Yeah, in the postseason, he hit 296 with a 1.128 OPS. So phenomenal postseason. And he had 4 home runs. So
finished 16th in MVP voting last year.
yeah,
That means anything to you.
but hopefully he can kind of maintain that with the Cubs, who have aspirations to make it farther in the postseason with some additions they've made this season. Don't
All
tell me
right.
you're a Michael Bush hater, Strauss.
What?
Don't
No,
tell me you're a Michael Bush
no.
hater.
I mean, his, his only crime is he plays for the Cubs, but that's only a
Can't
crime
hold
if you
that
care.
against the guy. Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
Hey,
You
he was
absolutely
drafted by the
can.
Dodgers. This is better than
It's
that.
even worse. Sorry, he's got two things against him now.
Yeah. All right. Number 9. Who you got?
Wilson
Rafael
Contreras.
Devers.
I got Ben Rice.
Yeah, I left him off.
All right. Who you guys got at 10?
Jake Cronenworth.
Oh, I got Naylor.
I have Naylor as well.
Naylor.
Naylor.
God.
Big fan of the Crone Zone, are you?
Yeah. He had an underrated season. We can talk about Josh Naylor though. Joshua Douglas, James Naylor.
Just a fun guy to
Oh,
watch.
Canada.
Really fun guy to
Let's,
watch. Home run against Garrett Cole in the playoffs when he's playing with the Indians slash Guardians.
Thanks for the
It was a
correction.
great time. Yeah,
appreciate that. Appreciate you clarifying that, Strousey. Yeah, he's an interesting guy. We talk about guys you want in the locker room. He's a guy you want in the locker room. Brings a ton of energy, plays with a ton of grit. Uh, I wish he wasn't on Seattle. Seattle's like trying to be good finally. It's pissing me
They
off.
are. They're not trying. They've succeeded in that already.
Yeah, I know, but they keep trying. I want them to give up. But no, seriously, I'm glad they were able to keep him. He really adds a nice touch to that lineup. So,
Dude, that lineup's sick now. So many.
yeah.
It's like one of the deepest hitting rosters in the league.
Yeah, the only thing you wish for if you're a Mariners fan, just like having a good catcher. Like you got to have a guy who can hit 60 home runs, being a switch hitter, and they just don't have that right now. So,
Yeah, a sneaky 299 with Seattle last year.
hmm
Um,
he's he's kind of been streaky with his average. Like he had a 308 with Cleveland, I think 2 years ago, and then dropped down to 243 the season after, and then brought it back up to. Did he finish with like a 295 for the year last year?
but I would like to mention that in that
295, yeah.
243 season, he did hit 31
hmm
homers.
Yeah,
So
you saw the power, a
he
little power
exchanged some
uptick.
power for the average.
Yep.
So I mean, either way, if he's doing either one of those things, he's a very effective bat in an
Yep.
already stacked.
Yep.
But yeah, he didn't do as well in Arizona. Um, Not that he was bad for them, but I think he's more suited to play on with this Mariners lineup.
Agreed.
Okay, and then I had two guys that weren't on your list in Wilson Contreras and Cronenworth. Is that correct?
Yep. Yep. And then I think I had two that weren't on your list with Rafi and Ben Rice. So
Yeah, Strauss had Rafi.
Yeah, I'd Ralphie. Didn't have Ben Rice, so
I think we're gonna be putting some respect on Rafi's name now that he's gonna be settled in San Fran.
guess
What
time
a
will tell.
what a goofball.
I
Kind of a
mean, you want
nasty
to talk about
breakup in Boston.
the goofballs or the Boston Red Sox.
Are they though? All they asked him to do is play a different position.
Well, not in the sense of the personality, but they signed Bregman. They asked Devers to move to first, piss him off. He gets mad. He wants to get traded.
But
And
now
then
he's
they
fine
don't
playing wherever he
re-sign
wants.
Bregman. Yeah, now he's fine playing first, and Bregman's on the Cubs. Like
Dude, they
what?
got
The
IKF
Red
to
Sox sold.
no, they got IKF to replace Bregman.
He can catch. He can catch.
No, he's not catching. He's played third base,
He
dude.
can though. He can
But
catch.
so can Dalton Varsho. That doesn't mean he's going to.
I what a sell by the Red Sox. But yeah, I think he's gonna do well with the Giants. He had a really decent I mean, for going to a new team in the middle of the year, I thought he had a decent season with them. So I'm expecting him to settle in there and get back to some of that Boston Rafi we saw.
Yeah, I'm glad he's out of the AL East, that's for sure.
So is Garrett Cole. That was his daddy.
I thought that
All
was
right.
Josh Naylor.
Both co-father,
Yeah.
co-parenting.
I think
Um,
Josh Naylor.
Rafi
I think
get
Josh Naylor is probably the dad there, but
Rafi and Josh Naylor split weekends.
yeah, okay, yeah, I can see that.
Now you're putting me to the test. I'm gonna see career stats for both.
I'm sure Ralphie's probably better on career stats. It's just the
When
rocking of
you
the
type in
baby.
Rafael Devers verse, my like to type in itself, Garrett Cole.
Yeah,
He's 14 for 40 with 8 homers and 20 RBIs.
Josh Naylor versus Pete Alonso comes up when I searched that. Garrett
Oh,
Cole is one of them.
let's
He's
see.
2 for
Josh Naylor
16 with only one homer and 3 RBIs. So,
taking taking Rafi.
but he had the bigger moment. So,
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Oh,
all I
for
was saying.
sure. Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, all of Rafi's I think have been mainly regular season. So,
but
but
yeah, I
that's a
like
top
Wilson.
10 list.
Yeah, I like Wilson Contreras. Are we merging lists like we did last time?
Yeah, I guess we could.
This one will be easy though, depending on Freddie Frames. And
If Strauss had it his way, he wouldn't be in the freaking.
he wouldn't even be on the
yeah,
list.
yeah. I actually got to change my list. I gotta add Ben Rice there at 7, and I gotta drop Freddie out.
I don't hate
In
Ben
the
Rice on our list. I don't hate Ben Rice on our list at all.
Josh Naylor versus Garrett Cole in the playoffs is 6 for 11 with 2 homers. So
Oh, yeah, I didn't look at playoff stats. That's probably better. Good call. Okay, Vlad won.
Vlad won.
Do we like
I'm fine
Kurtz
with
too?
big. Yeah, I'm fine with big
Yeah,
ownership too. Who do you
Okay.
want at 3?
Do we want Harper or Alonso or Olsen.
I'll let you guys decide those three because I was
Let's do Harper
off
since
with
he
you
hates
guys.
Freddie.
Okay.
Yeah, we can take Harper.
And then are we doing Freeman?
We're doing Pete at 4.
Pete or Freeman?
Pete at 4, Freeman at
Yeah,
5,
Okay.
sure. I
and then
mean,
do
Matt
Matt
Olson's been playing
Olson
really
as.
good baseball. I think he belongs at 5.
I
Okay.
I
Bush at
can't let
7.
this go on anymore. Yeah. We want to go
Now it gets
Naylor
interesting.
at 8
Naylor.
Yeah,
and then go Rafi Rice.
yeah, that works for me.
Do we have to
Who
put
do you
Rafi on this list? I'm gonna
you don't
look
have
up
to.
a little stat comparison here
Okay.
just to
What are
see.
you looking up? This
I'm gonna compare Cronenworth and Devers.
The Crone Zone. I mean, it's got to be Devers, right?
I would think, but you never know. But this is a podcast. While he's looking, I'll continue to talk with a little jabber here and there. We do, once we solidify 9 and 10 here, we will have the college baseball update with Strauss. He's going to lead us
Oh,
down that path.
I am ready for you. Gonna be a fun year of college baseball.
I can't wait to hear about it. I got questions. And not that we post the video of this, but Jesse is rocking a very cool Minute Maid background now, Dyken Park, where we will be sitting actually about a month from today watching the first game of the Saturday slate, which is Italy versus Brazil.
After looking up, I'd like to intrude here. After looking up stats, I have no further arguments for Cronenworth. We're putting Devers at 9 and Rice at 10.
Not even close.
I mean, it's not absurdly different. They had an OBP that was um 5 points different, but Devers just has the slug, obviously. So,
Yeah. Cool. Good with that.
and then Ben Rice, we talked about being one of the like a breakout candidate this year. His expected stats were nuts last year, and he just got hosed apparently by bad luck and good defense. But especially in that ballpark, his home split's gonna be nuts. Same with Ballinger. Um, you can expect Rice to hit good 30 home runs, and that's the platoon guarantee.
I am going to go as far as putting Ben Rice in my top 4 going into 2027.
Yeah, I can't get behind that.
We'll
Why are we
see.
calling him a breakout candidate?
He's up.
He had an
Are you,
he had an OPS plus of 131. He already broke out.
I know, but he just
He's on the
he wasn't even a
verge,
regular in the
Straussy.
lineup for most of the season.
He's on the verge, Straussy. I need you to go
No, I
savant it
think I
up.
think he's broken out and established himself as a guy in the lineup. That's
He,
basically
he
what I'm
has he
saying.
has now, but we're
Yeah,
Chris is saying top 4. Is that what you said?
First baseman. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean I would say that's a good breakout season if we're putting him from 10 to 4. But
We'll
yeah,
see. Time
I
will
mean we have him
tell.
at 10 already. So
Yeah.
the problem is he had 26 homers last season, so I don't have him any problem with him getting more than like 30. Do we think he's gonna get 40?
No.
he, he could. I mean, going through some stats here, he had a 56.1% hard hit percentage last year. So
Dude,
I mean,
He's
he
like,
squares it up often.
yeah, he does.
yeah. He is like in the high percentile on a lot of stats that would make us believe that he is going to go even further in 2026.
Yeah, more of a up the middle kind of guy too.
Yeah.
So, shout
And
out
only
Ben
100
Rice.
strikeouts, so it's good you're not seeing like a super high whiff rate, which is like the biggest concern, for players of his age when you're, talking about hitting. So,
Hmm. Yep.
yeah, all right.
Good list, boys.
I like it. So we got Vlad, Kurtz, Harper, Polar Bear, Freeman, Olson, Bush, Naylor, Devers, and Rice. I like it.
And
Um,
Christian Walker at 11.
all right. Let's talk about college baseball. What are we
Let's
looking
talk some
forward to, Strauss?
college baseball, Strauss. Can you give us
Well,
like a little? I'm gonna ask something here. It's on the fly. Can you like give us a college baseball hype soundtrack right now?
Here's what we're gonna do. As someone who's not a huge college baseball fan, just never like gotten into it or really honestly given it the chance. What do I need to look forward to and pay attention to this season?
well, we'll get to that, you know. I got a little segue I was going to run through here.
Okay, yeah.
Go
Yeah,
for it.
the top 25 came out with preseason. A lot of the usual suspects are in the top 10. UCLA, LSU, Texas, Mississippi State, Georgia Tech, Coastal, Arkansas, Louisville, Auburn, and TCU are rounding out the top 10 there. And the notable one that's kind of shocking is Coastal Carolina being at six.
Mhm.
They're returning probably, he's going to probably be one of the top five pitchers in the country this year. A lot of veteran players on that roster. Same with Georgia Tech. So they're kind of the newcomers that you don't usually see make the top 10 out the gate. Um, Outside of that, usual suspects kind of round out the rest of the top
S-
25.
s- So I do
Um,
have a request of this college baseball segment. I need
yes.
you to help Jesse pick a team, and by the time we walk away this pod, he is a lifelong baseball
Lifelong, what a
fan.
commitment.
A lifelong.
Just
That's
let's just start with
I
this
want
season,
I
pal.
want him to commit. No, you
You
can't. What do you mean this
you
season? You
don't
can't
commit to
jump
teams
around.
worth a damn, dude.
Yes, I do.
in, in respect to Jesse. I mean, there's a few teams in college baseball that I commit to, but a lot of times, like I'm wandering around looking for a non-power four team that I'm going to follow pretty closely every year. Um, my team this year is going to be UC Irvine,
Ooh.
the Anteaters. Another really good team out of the Big West. They're returning a lot of guys. It's going to be between them and UC Santa Barbara. Um, it's gonna be fun watching them. So if you're looking for some late night baseball, Jesse, Big West, ESPN Plus, gotta find it there.
Yeah, let's do it. I got ESPN Plus.
Um, Outside of that, Mississippi State is also another interesting team. They're at four in the preseason. Interesting because they finished the year unranked, just barely over 500. So for them to jump all the way to being fourth in the top 25 preseason. A lot of interesting players came in. Notably, they have a big left-handed pitcher out of Lincoln Way East High School, freshman 6'4", is clocked at 102 in high school. So, and he throws from a kind of a
Hey.
nasty three-quarters arm angle, a lot of run on his fastball, and it's going to be interesting to see how that progresses. Don't know how they're going to use him yet, but potential to be a studs right there.
Strauss, can you talk me into being a Southern Miss fan?
I mean, why do you need talked into being a Southern Miss fan? Been
I
good the
don't
last
think I
couple
need to be.
years. Hosted a regional. If you can remember the regional where they played Old Miss at, it was a super regional actually. They hosted Old Miss. Super great series. Been really good the last couple years, and quite frankly, I think it's a great year for them to break out and make a College World Series.
Yeah. Talk to me a
Coach has
little
been
bit.
doing a lot of good things.
Talk to me a little bit about Florida. I know there was some off-season issues with Kevin Sullivan, the head coach. Is he back and running things, or is he out now?
As far as I'm aware, Sully is still there. Um, I can't say I've been following Florida baseball that closely.
Okay.
Um, but I mean, that guy's kind of the epitome of Florida baseball in general. I'm not sure exactly what he got himself into, but yeah,
I gotcha. Well, I know I'm excited about the Horns this year. I think they have a very talented roster. They brought in that kid from Seton Hall. Um, hit out of his mind last year. He's a great addition. So I'm getting really pumped to head over to Austin one of these days and watch them play. But is there any players that are standing out to you early in the season that we should keep an eye out on? You know, a lot of these kids have potential to get drafted here come July. So who should we be keeping an eye on if we're watching college baseball this year?
Well, I mentioned Bauer from Mississippi State. He's going to be interesting to watch in general, just because you don't see freshmen throwing 102. The guys to keep the eye on in general are going to be Cameron Flukie. Yeah, he's pitching for Coastal Carolina, one of the best pitchers in the country going into the season. Expecting big things out of him. Liam Pearson, another right-hand pitcher out of Florida. Really good season last year. Expected to be more of the same. Um, and then the biggest one, probably the top prospect out of college this year, is going to be Roch Klowski, shortstop for UCLA. Part of the reason they're the number one team in the country right now. He's a stud with the bat, defensive skills, pretty much all around, base running instincts. He's going to be what UCLA kind of tries to ride all the way to not only the College World Series, which they made last year, and basically return 90% of their team, but all the way to a national championship.
And he is also projected to be the number one pick in the draft, correct?
Yeah, yeah, I believe so.
And I believe the White Sox hold the keys to that.
Do they? I'm not sure what the draft order is.
Yes, let me see. So it goes White Sox, Rays, Twins for the top three. So I do believe he is projected to go to the White Sox number one at this point in time.
Yeah, and he's good enough where you could stick him wherever you need on the field. Super athletic kid, so and it's common. You see a lot of these great shortstops in college. They get moved around. At Alex Bregman. So yeah, that's basically the gist. No news on the Camels. Probably not going to be competing for anything too much this year. Um, Outside of that, it's going to be a weird year, I think, in college baseball. The SEC obviously is a dominant conference, but a lot of people are calling for maybe two non-power four teams making the College World Series. I've seen a lot of people taking UC Irvine, Southern Miss. Coastal's always dangerous, so who knows how it'll go.
If you have any insight on this, a name that's just super famous in college baseball history, Cal State Fullerton. Is there any way they climb back into the rankings this year?
It's tough with Cal State Fullerton because they're always good. Um, Big West is always a tough conference too. Right
Yeah.
now, they're just not quite the most talented team in the Big West. It's kind of them and Long Beach State kind of fallen off from what they previously used to be. But it's always nice to see a good Titans team.
Yeah. No, they just something about Cal State. Like if I wasn't going for the Horns, just something about them. Maybe it's Augie. I don't know. But
I love Cal State Fullerton and at Long Beach State as well. It's hard to hate a team. It's called the Dirtbags.
it's something about those California schools. I don't know.
They just get those California players kind of low key, and then they just turn them into studs overnight.
Yeah.
There
Yeah.
was a
Um,
there's a kid from my high school who is the closer for LSU now.
Oh,
Um, he
do
was
tell.
he was ranked number 32 on America Baseball Top 100 college transfers this year.
where is he transferring from?
North Dakota State.
Yeah, okay.
Danny Lockenmeyer. He's a 6'3" lefty closer. So be interesting to see him pitch for LSU.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And then I'll give you a few teams to watch out for sneakily. Um, for the ACC, going to be Clemson. They've been building up steam. Clemson's obviously a perennial power, at least they used to be. The last couple of years have not been the best to them. I think they're going to make a push to get back to the norm of hosting regionals and making supers and making a push for the College World Series. My hot take of the year for college baseball is Arkansas gets their first one ever. Maybe return the best catcher in the country this year. pitching staff that's super veteran, and I think this is the year they really make that breakthrough. In the Big Ten, UCLA obviously is number one in the country. Another sneaky team to watch out for is Iowa. They've produced a lot of good pitchers recently. Expect more of the same out of them. And then the Big 12, the Oklahoma State and TCU tandem, hard to get upset at either of those teams. And then outside of that, East Carolina, always good team to pick. And then the University of Texas San Antonio might be the best team in Texas, to be entirely honest. Really good team. I love what the coach has been doing down there. He's been doing good things for a long time.
Love it.
And yes,
I'm
that
excited.
was shade at the Longhorns.
I know. You're just a hater. Everybody's a hater. It's all good.
Yeah, I mean, they just underproduce every year.
Like most of their sports teams.
Except for the Astros
Oh,
and the
you know,
Dallas Stars.
I just tune out the haters, man.
The
I don't even
haters. What do you
listen
mean
to it.
haters?
Just a bunch of haters in here.
They call me a
But
truther, Sappy.
sure, we'll see. Time will tell. Time will tell. Hey, what is the first weekend? Is it upon us? Is it this weekend?
It is going to be Valentine's Day weekend that Friday, I
Sorry,
believe.
sorry,
Um,
babe. Horns are on.
I don't even know where they're playing, but I do know that it's kind of, I mean, preseason usually is a lot of tournaments or whatnot, or northern teams flocking south to get warmer weather. Um, Pretty much these first 3, 4 weeks of the season, you're going to see SEC teams just beating the crap out of whoever because they got to find a place to play.
Here's my game of the first weekend, Friday, February 13th, is LSU versus Milwaukee. I'm sure that'll end well.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, the great college of Milwaukee. We do have a Vandy TCU on February 13th in Houston.
You should
So
go.
I'm actually going to a wedding that day, so I will not be able to attend, unfortunately.
Wedding on
Of course,
Valentine's Day
of
weekend.
course
Come
you are.
on.
Do you even care about the baseball?
It doesn't sound like it. I'm going to a goddamn wedding. Shout out Blake, listener of the show.
Oh,
He's
I
getting
take everything
hitched.
back. You're a
He's
good
getting
man.
hitched.
Oh,
Strauss.
big opening weekend matchup. Georgia, Wright State.
Yep, just saw that. Texas plays UC Davis this year for opening day.
Oh, and then Southern Miss, UC Santa Barbara. They're gonna be playing a series at Southern Miss. That's gonna be a really good series, I imagine. Santa Barbara's a good team. Southern Miss, really good team.
Yeah. And then we got Houston, Wake Forest playing in Puerto Rico at 8:30 in the morning. So you can kick off your Friday, February 13th at 8:30 in the morning with CC Sabathia's son taking on the 21 ranked Wake Forest.
I know Jesse's down for that.
I think I'm gonna be a Georgia fan.
Oh,
Got some bats coming in from the transfer portal this year. It's gonna be an electric watch.
ChatGPT,
They're better
thank
than they've
you.
been in a while. They've had a good thing going. It used to be not a great team. The last couple of years have been really good to them.
Hey,
Jesse, what about like a Georgia Tech?
I,
That'd be fun.
they're rated even. They're ranked even higher. Do you want me to pick someone that's that high
I
on your
know, but
list?
well, no. Should we spin a wheel, the top 25? I don't know if I'd have to make that.
You
That
said
would
I got
take
to
some time.
pick.
Yeah, but I didn't like who you picked.
Be a Southern Miss fan, Jesse.
There you
Hmm.
go.
Maybe I'll be an Arizona Wildcats fan.
I like that.
I'm a Wildcat too, so
True. Shout out to Egan. Are you sure you don't want to be
You
a
wouldn't you wouldn't
William
you wouldn't believe
William
the
and
teams I
Mary
watch.
fan?
I mean, I'm at heart, I'm a University of Minnesota Duluth and Iowa Central fan. Uh,
Why Iowa Central?
Proud fan of my two brothers that play college baseball.
Yeah, sure.
I'd also like to shout out UND Club Ball on their road to Panama.
Shout out Matt Wallner. UND commit.
UND commit Matt Wallner. But yeah, no, it's a fun time of year. Baseball's or on the horizon. We can see it, we can taste it. Pitchers and catchers report next week. It's here, and we got games. There's baseball on. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to the Caribbean series. It's a fun atmosphere watching those guys. Like that, those fans just love to watch baseball, regardless who it is, and especially when they put that country uh in front of the jersey. So, uh, it's very fun. You hear all the hooting and hollering at the games. So Billy Hamilton leading off for, I believe it was Mexico. Hadn't seen his name in a minute.
He's still alive.
I guess he's still kicking. So, but
Man, he's fast.
Strauss, want to thank you for coming on, buddy. This has been a great episode. Great debates have been had. Is there anything you've listened to in the previous 13 episodes that you want to call us out on or question us on,
Other than the voicemail.
other than the voicemail?
Yeah. I mean, we had the voicemail. I still think there's probably going to be a salary cap and a salary floor.
There's not gonna be no baseball, so there's gonna be no salary cap in 2027.
Oh, we'll have baseball. Trust me. The
I hope
KBO
so.
is still going to be going on.
True. True.
Yeah, and I want to let you know
Hey.
KBO is a great league to watch.
Guess what? We're gonna have college baseball too.
We always have college
Go
baseball. I mean,
Wildcats.
Jesse, the biggest thing about college baseball is it's the most exciting baseball. It's going to be played all year. I mean,
Wow.
He's
you
a
get
big
100
he's a big college seam
you
head.
get a 162 game season, MLB, the dog days of summer come around.
It's
I
true.
mean, the announcers are talking about the hot dogs they cooked at their,
It's
barbecue
true.
the night before.
They're talking about dollar loonies.
Yeah, I mean, I love the MLB playoffs and I love baseball in general, but there's a different atmosphere when every game matters. Every team's fighting and it's a short season.
How many
The
games do they
margin
play?
for error,
It's like 40,
uh,
50.
56.
Nice. Okay. I do like the shortened season aspect of it. I'm always of the belief that they should shorten the MLB season, but it'll probably never happen.
Yeah, and nice thing about college baseball too is you have midweeks that don't really matter, and then everything kind of happens Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So you kind of get a little bit of a break from it, but then you get the tune in, and everyone's just hyped up, ready to go. Each team has their three best pitchers going every single weekend, unless someone gets hurt or something. But the same three guys are basically going to be towing the rubber game one, game two, game three for the entirety of the year. It's not so much like you get a five versus a five guy in an MLB rotation, and then you're watching the paint dry a little bit out there.
Let's go.
Love it.
Excited. Got
All
anything
right, boys.
else? That's all
Great
I got.
episode. All
Next
right,
one,
well,
World Baseball Classic rosters.
yes. Rosters, and are we gonna switch over to second base?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Yeah, got to keep going with our list. These lists are they're hard, man. They're not as
No,
easy
that
as you
one was
think.
easy. That one was easier.
Yeah, it was definitely easier to catcher, but they're
Catcher's
not
tough.
easy.
Catcher's tough. Yeah, second base, I think will be easy too. I think there's there's a limited amount of options you have.
Yeah.
A qualifying question is Bo Bichette a second baseman?
No, he's a third baseman.
Okay.
He's a second baseman at heart, though.
He's supposed
Agreed.
to be
He
a second
should
baseman.
be. He should be, but he's not. Ben
Okay.
said he's
Yeah,
playing
third.
third.
That's a good point. He is playing third now. But
Is Altuve a second baseman?
yeah.
Yes, has
But
to be.
Bo Bichette's last game was second base, so I feel like I'm not in the wrong putting him there. So
You do you, buddy.
I won't.
All right. All right. Thanks for joining us. Check out the socials. We'll see you next time.
Yeah, thanks again, Strouse.
Yeah, happy to be here. I'm sure I'll be back eventually.